first preseason game this year. Brittany Sykes, Emily Engsler, Sonia Sidby, Jordan Canada, Ryan Howard, Alicia, rookie head coach.
Well, how about that? I mean, some stabilizing forces to say the least. You see Washington starting in a man-to-man defense. Jordan Canada, she wants to get downhill.
BG extending range, that's something every single season.
And head coach Carl Smesko of the Atlanta Dream said both Bree Jones and Brittany Griner will like to step out and stretch the floor in that way. So that triple to start things off for the Dream was good.
Melbourne ready, Jordan Canada immediately down and grabbing at her knee, and Sykes takes a foul to get the training staff onto the floor. And it was a very quick reaction from Canada as soon as she went down, instantly grabbed at that right knee.
You just hate to see any injuries, and the immediacy of the reaction, as you said, Megan, just
checking in for her, making her return to DC.
Yeah, Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, 7 seasons here for the Washington Mystics, and a warm welcome by the fans here. But Jordan Canada, she only played 20 games last season in the WNBA because of hand and finger injuries that kept her off the floor. So down on the ground that way. And again, hopefully she's all right.
Here's Jones. Couldn't get that to go. How about that? How would that have been? Your first 6 points are by your 4 and 5.
Right, and you're worried about the painted area so much with that size and stretch those triples. BG shooting 50% from 3, so it's not out of her wheelhouse.
Here's Gray off the mark. Engsler, great box out there on Griner. Up the floor now is Melbourne.
Nice push ahead pass to get that defense to shrink. Now they can attack.
Sykes gets the mid-range jumper to go.
I love the intention of Indiana, that she hasn't played with this much joy in a long time. She's healthy, and I think that has a lot to do with the energy that she's bringing to the court.
I mean, BG, I said BG and Bree Jones, but beyond the arc.
Let's go, BG. 50% coming into this game from range, and that's what Carl Smesko said. I mean, when he was at Florida Gulf Coast, his team down there led the country in 3s attempted, so he wants everybody to get into the 3-point party, I see.
Melbourne able to get back and defend Gray in transition. On the rebound, Griner couldn't get that to go. It's Jones this time, pump fake, and that drops in.
You can't do much. She's shooting 54% from the floor, but she has tremendous hands.
Engsler couldn't. Howard attacking, kicks it. BG thought about it.
I thought about it too.
Swing action. Now Gray. Drop off to Jones on the pick and roll. Off the spin. Walker-Kimbrough. That one laces in. And Coach Johnson is going to call a timeout as this Dream lead has extended to 9 here.
Offensively for the Atlanta Dream, but that's a bigger challenge and longer running closeouts. And the challenge of that for Washington will be mighty if BG continues to knock in those 3s.
Kiki Iriafen into the game, 6 on the shot clock. 3 seconds now. Citron in the corner lets it go from the mid-range, and a shot clock violation.
So they're stretching out their defense a little further than he was expecting, but they're just going to have to adjust and, most importantly, keep communicating on defense to chop away at this lead. Megan.
Great stuff there, Ariana. Here's Walker-Kimbrough attacking. Left that short. Dolson up the floor. Shug Sutton also into the ball game here for the Mystics. Here she is now in the corner.
Well, here's that pace. I mean, we've been at practices and we've seen the 14-second shot clock applied during practice so they can get the pace that they want, but Sutton turned it over right there.
Walker-Kimbrough comes back to Gray in transition. Citron did enough to disrupt. Jones, though, with the offensive board. Extra kick out. One more to Walker-Kimbrough. Coffee flying in as she's into the ball game for the rebound, and a foul is going to be on Dolson. And the offensive glass was something that has been talked about, that they want to have a focal point on from that last Indiana game, as well as.
And Sydney Johnson has told us as much after the last couple of practices. He says, you know, our attention to detail needs to be paramount. Turn and connect a body and maintain that.
Green and Ashton Prechtel all check in for the Mystics.
Well, I like this look for Washington. Did with all these really fresh-faced rookies who are energetic and ravenous for the opportunity to compete here in the district.
Sutton working off of Prechtel, comes back to her. Prechtel can stretch the floor. That one off the mark. Coffee with the read with BG.
Yeah, well, that's why she shot that three, because BG was in drop coverage, and that's something that Atlanta does with both Bree Jones and Brittany Griner.
Walker Kimbrough doing what she did in the Mystics uniform, getting behind the defense, couldn't get the finish on the layup. BG, though, with the loose ball pickup, 8 on the shot clock now. Coffee around the horn, Gray attacking, kicks it, Kimbrough in the corner. Pump fakes, 1 second on the shot clock, and a shot clock violation. Really great defense there.
And her 7 years here in DC, that's exactly what she wanted, and it's exactly what Sutton took away.
Here's Olsen, looking for a two-player game with Iriafen. Pull up, mid-range. What do you like to call her?
She's a menace in the mid-range, and listen, is tremendous at making those kinds of decisions. You saw the drop coverage there defensively by Coffee, and that gave her the space and time to release it and get it through.
10 on the shot clock. Walker Kimbrough inside now. BG. 6 on the shot clock. BG backing down on Prechtel, goes middle, gets the drop to go. Up the floor, Iriafen running. Green works off the screen, goes to Prechtel on the roll, drops it in. A little two-player action for the Mystics.
Well, you love to. And Prechtel played together at Stanford for a season, so they had great synergy on that connection down there.
Strong deuce for Howard off the low cross.
She's been an all-star a couple times in the league. Rookie of the year a couple seasons ago as well.
Iriafen, 10 on the shot clock, attacking Coffee. Put that up, doesn't get the whistle. Coffee with the rebound for Atlanta. Up the floor, Gray. Howard with a nice find, and a whistle and a foul.
Why that was whistled a foul. I mean, she was vertical, but she got into the body with the contact.
Coach Johnson unhappy with the call on that one. Our officials today, Kevin Fahey.
She doesn't need it. I'm going to put it on, and you know, it's probably gross.
I was going to say, it's probably sweaty.
And it is. But now Lucy Olsen, just an amazing career collegiately. For 3 years, she was at Villanova and then transferred to Iowa. The year after Caitlin Clark made her way to the WNBA.
Gray reading the passing lane in transition, gets the steal and the score. And the lead now sits 18-6 here.
Alicia Gray, I mean, she just put those wheels on and can't do much to catch her in the open floor once she gets ahead of steam.
Tahina Paopao into the ball game for Atlanta. Pass deflected there by Paopao. Citron comes up with it, tries to touch it inside. Prechtel just couldn't get both hands on that.
Oh, you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And Prechtel, just have your hands up. It was a finish. It's the proper idea.
Howard to the kick. Coffee in the corner. Gets that to go. The three from the corner. The three-point shooting for.
No, but
I had coffee in my bed.
No, those threes are falling. And Washington, they have to do a better job of connecting and moving on the flight of the pass. They can't wait for the catch to be made from the three-point line and then try to run there and get a handout. It's too late.
Howard, 3 off the mark. Sutton with the rebound. Mystics have numbers. Currently have a 5-on-4 advantage. Sutton over to Olsen. Prechtel. That one left short. Coffee with the rebound.
See defensively here for Washington. Let's see if they can kind of shorten their long run closeouts that Atlanta has presented for them.
Paopao got the drop to go. Under 2 minutes to go here right now for Atlanta.
Tahina Paopao from South Carolina, second round pick. Started her career at Oregon, collegiate level, and Tom Staley needed to shore up the three-point shooting. That straight line midi by Paopao was pretty tough as well.
Howard. 3's off the mark. Iriafen with the rebound.
Howard shooting 33% from range coming into this one.
Olsen trying to get the transition. Here's Sutton out of the quarter break. And a loose ball foul is going to be called on Griner. So it will stay with Washington.
Yeah, and Brittany Griner is a solid leader. Champ and also 8-time blocks champ.
Sykes gets the finish.
Yeah, that was great defense by Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, who knows Brittany Sykes pretty well in terms of her personnel and her skill set, guarding one another, and Sykes trying to take those gaps away with those long arms.
Pow three doesn't go. Griner offensive rebound.
Good job by Dolson and Engsler. Idea.
Taylor Theory into the ball game to start this second quarter for Atlanta, guarding Sutton now.
I love Taylor Theory, played at Ohio State, and Kevin McGuff, the head coach there, said that she was a staunch leader and the glue player.
Great finish there by Melvin.
And that's what Jade Melvin told us, right? She said, I'm all gas, no brakes. Like this year, I want to really try to decelerate sometimes, but her acceleration is pretty darn good.
Jones inside, Griner.
Cross match with Brittany Sykes sitting. That's something that they can't allow to happen once they get put in rotation defensively. Then you have to communicate and do the best you can if it does occur.
Pow up the floor. Griner. Walker-Kimbrough goes back to Griner. Elbow jumper doesn't go.
Now this is why it was one of the keys to get the glass work, disallow those second chance opportunities. The Mystics did a great job on that last defensive possession with that.
Engsler off the roll and the finish.
Isn't based on our fast break opportunities, it's how quick we can score in the quarter court.
Jones and Sutton diving on the floor for the ball. Pow now with it.
Wow.
And Sutton again diving on the floor after it. Sutton winning the jump ball there for the Mystics. Here's Sykes. Dolson turns, kiss off the glass.
Very nice use of the shoulders by Steph Dolson, who had an advantage there with the defender sealed off behind. Sykes, great awareness to find her in position there.
Pow. Even with the defense, still able to get it.
That's what she does. I mean, that's why her last name is Pow. I mean, because she knocks them in from range with ease.
And we got some news from Atlanta on Jordan, Canada. Cut. Sykes.
Yeah, we're birthday twins.
You and Haley or you and Alicia?
Haley Jones. Yeah. May 23rd, if you remember. Different year, just a couple of years older than her.
That's just a couple.
Just a couple.
Couple years older, a couple weeks away. Look at that.
Away.
And it's almost Mother's Day.
Absolutely.
Happy early Mother's Day to you.
Thank you, baby.
And to my mom, who's probably watching right now.
Absolutely.
Sykes off the steal, up the floor. Melvin couldn't get that to finish.
She clapped her hands right there, frustrated. That was easy money. Washington needed to kind of gain some traction.
Bree Jones inside. Once she gets that positioning.
I coached against her in high school, and she dropped a nice 40-piece. Because of that, it didn't matter if we sent 3 or 4 people in there, we would always finish.
Walker-Kimbrough is, I think when Sykes came down, she might have caught her. It's a second, because remember, when Canada got hurt, Sykes took the foul so play could stop.
Right.
And she could be tended to. Sonia Citron returning. Shug Sutton
Did again with
where are we visiting?
Sonia Citron's impact in that first game against the Indiana Fever. She was just so magnificent. Said she was a little nervous at the beginning. Notre Dame head coach Neil Ivey, her coach collegiately, was in the building, and just 3 from range for 15 points in her rookie debut.
Sykes off the inbound, drains the triple.
As Sykes, she means business. I mean, coming into this game, just 27% from range, but she's easily mid 30% from 3 as the season unfolds here soon.
Gets into the passing lane. And they're going to say it was last touched by Sykes. Correct.
As
we do talk about hair.
As he should. But I love that there is that synergy between all the teams, the spirit for the soccer team and all the teams.
Sykes cut off by Gray, pump fake, still takes the shot, does not go. Gray with the rebound, pushing.
Gray wants to score that ball. She's going to try to get to her sweet spot. Brittany Sykes was dancing with the stars right there, trying to stick with her and meet her underneath the screen, but Bree Jones displaced her as she was trying to do that. Sykes.
Here's Sykes working off Dolson now. 8 on the shot clock. Melbourne attacking, whips it back out. Dolson 3. That one halfway down and out, but Engsler is there for the offensive board. Great effort there from Engsler.
A terrific second effort, and that's what's necessary right now for Washington.
Change of speed, oh my goodness. Brittany Sykes with the finish.
She came running back up, but it counts for 2, and Sykes doing a tremendous job of putting pressure on the rim that way.
Sykes has 11 in the ball game, 9.
Get downhill to finish.
Howard, 3 seconds, had to put it up. Misses, gets her own rebound off the kick, out to Gray now. Back to Gray, she'll take. Hillman with the offensive board. Too strong on that one, but BG and Engsler both had their hand in there and able to pop up and in.
Well, shoot, get matched up.
Engsler off the kick, got BG to bite on the pump fake, goes back to Citron. A little give and go, ends up with a 3.
Smart, unselfish basketball by Washington.
And Griner is gonna get called for a foul. Citron took a heavy hit on that screen.
What day it is, and not just daytime, nighttime stuff.
Sykes, 3 doesn't go. Griner with the rebound. Here's Howard. Nice shadow help there from Iriafen.
Yeah, you got to stay over top of any screening actions. Iriafen did a tremendous job right there, gapping that elbow.
Walker Kimbrough off the kick. Does not go. Iriafen chasing it down.
Iriafen has great feet, play multiple positions defensively.
Citron, foul line jumper, smooth as butter.
I love her game. I mean, she is like a duck, and her feet are working underneath, but on top, she is stoic and composed. And that is a lot to say for a rookie in the WNBA.
8 on the shot clock. Inside, Griner. Double came. Gray made herself available, gets the finish.
Yeah, the help helped her. That last line of defense, Citron just a little bit late getting in front to contest that shot inside.
Sykes as Melbourne is. Chrissy, we had to get up early. Our crew had to get up
We
early.
did.
We got to have fun. We may have had a lot of caffeine. Who knows?
It's a game. We got to have fun with it. Let's go. I love it. Happy birthday, Wade.
Citron attacking off the mark there as Jones comes up with the rebound.
Now, Brittany Griner by herself out-rebounded the Washington Mystics. The Mystics with 9 rebounds there in the first half. Griner with 10. Let's see if Washington can do a little bit better job there, maintaining contact on the glass.
Here she is with the hook shot. Jones fighting for the rebound inside. Excuse me, that's Gray fighting for the rebound inside. I'm so used to seeing Bree Jones in there that I just made the assumption, and I apologize to Alicia Gray. Howard works off Griner. If you're just joining us, Jordan Canada, unfortunately, in the first 20 seconds of the ball game, went down with an injury and has not returned and will not return to the ball game, which is why Walker Kimbrough gets the start here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Hopefully she'll be all right.
Gray going high for the rebound. I love what Griner said once she made the decision to go to Atlanta, saying that she feels young again as the young Ryan Howard laces in a 3.
Yeah, I mean, 3 gold medals with USA Basketball, 9-time All-Star in her 11 seasons in the WNBA. Sometimes a change of scenery is good. And Not that anything was wrong with where she was. Sometimes you just need to be rejuvenated in that way and kind of replant yourself and get some new roots.
She said going to Atlanta was the best thing I could do for my life right now.
Yeah.
And I love that.
That's very sweet.
And Atlanta continuing to pour it on as Bree Jones got that to go, and then Walker Kimbrough off the steal is fouled.
Well, you saw Jade Melvin right there. She was a top 5 among reserves last year for the Washington Mystics in terms of minutes, points, steals, and unfortunately turnovers. And those kinds of turnovers need to change. She's a great energy giver to the game, but sometimes those decisions are what's all gas, no brakes, right? She said it herself. I'm all gas to make responses to.
Griner. Walker Kimbrough works off Griner here. Gets her on the roll. Quick touch. Doesn't get the finish, though.
Good job by Emily Ang there at the basket line. Just thwarted that bucket by Griner.
Angsler almost got that finish. Will go to the free throw line.
Up there contesting the 6'9" Griner at the rim, which is not an easy task by any means. The three-point line, 47.5% from 3. And she was just right behind her teammate here, Steph Dolson, who shot 47% last year.
And a deflection out of bounds, it will stay goal.
There we go.
I would like the play-by-play on the court side to tell me that, so we have clarification as Gray clears that one off the glass.
Yeah, and that's just a tough sweeping move by Gray, and she wants to score. I mean, her first and second thoughts when she catches, how am I going to score? If they take that away, how am I going to score again? Like, she has a counter for the counter when it comes to getting a bucket.
Howard came up with the deflection. Gray. Whoa. Bree Jones knocked to the floor. Reestablishes her position.
It might be slick in there, but there's no dead ball to clear it up, so hopefully everyone stays safe.
Too strong off the window for Jones. Melvin looking up the floor. Sykes now on the low dribble. Turns, fades, gets it.
No fear by Brittany Sykes right there.
Griner. Picked up by Dolson now. Goes left, gets the finish.
Body, Emily Angsler was right there at the elbow. I'm not sure if they wanted a double team to come from that angle on the catch, on the block by Brittany Griner.
What should I do? Where should I go? And it's great to see her being so aggressive here at their first home game.
Iriafen inside gets that.
I love that she said, this is what I've always wanted. I've always wanted to be a leader on a team, and now I get the opportunity, and she is shining brightly in that role.
Howard 3 off the mark. Sykes with the rebound, whips the pass down the floor. Citron somehow saved it, but then turned it over to Hillman. Walker Kimbrough then couldn't corral it, so a return over, and we will get Olsen, Sutton, Green, and Prechtel into the ballgame for
activity with those two on the schematic and tactical levels as well.
Here's Prechtel. Now Green, 6 on the shot clock, cut off by Gray. Green comes back, shows, 2 seconds, blocked by Gray. And a shot clock violation.
Zay Gray, she had 4 stops on the collegiate level. Shot clock there to get a clean look at it.
Gray. Extra one to Coffee. 3 doesn't go. Prechtel with the
Iriafen to get a stick arm up on the lefty, Nia Coffee, on that triple try.
Olsen works off Prechtel. Prechtel pushed to the ground. They're going to get a whistle and a foul on Gray.
Kiki Iriafen, and when she was at Stanford in the Pac, and describe herself as being fierce. And that's exactly how you have to compete. And she brings it to the court every single possession. It's her culture on draft night, and you brought that up on media day with her. And it's just wonderful to see them translate their collegiate level hoops to the professional.
Leader of the siblings, and she wears that badge with very great pride. And at Stanford, at USC, and now being drafted, she said, as much as I do it on the court, I wouldn't be able to do that had my parents not sacrificed to allow me to be able to do it on the floor as well too.
Well, when you've been blessed, you pass it on, and that's what she's doing, and it's a beautiful thing to see.
Here's Sutton. The hanging shot does not go. There's Iriafen right there for the offensive.
And those two high hands, and that's why she led both the Pac-12 and the Big Ten in offensive rebounds. She just maneuvers her body and gets to where she needs to be to corral those boards.
Pow off the mark there. Here's Green looking up the floor. Olsen attacking, spins, has it stripped by Hillman, but still with it. Sutton now controlling and orchestrating.
Plenty of time to set something up for a clean look.
It goes to Prechtel. 3 just grazes the rim. Coffee in the corner. Again, it's good in the first half and the second.
2 shots. 2 shots of espresso for Nia Coffee. It's triples.
Kiki couldn't get the finish on that lob. Nice pass there from Olsen. And then Olsen gonna Coffee attacking, left the layup short, and she had Hillman and Coffee on that offensive rebound to fight with, and they're very good rebounders themselves. As that one goes, thought about it there, attacks. Sutton got a piece of that one, but stays with Atlanta here. 12 on the shot clock. Hillman on the roll, got it blocked from Prechtel. For the Mystics getting her first minutes here this afternoon.
See what Washington is trying to map out in terms of their spacing.
Green, tough bucket over Caldwell.
Zay Green, there you go. That's what she can do well. Carving out an opportunity to be the point of attack on those elbows and get downhill and finish.
64-46 lead here for Atlanta. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Caldwell. 3 doesn't go. Poked away by Iriafen. Sutton now with it. Here's Green, got it blocked from Coffee, got it back though. Iriafen will take the jumper and make it.
And that's what I saw a lot from her at USC. Had an opportunity to cover. Mid-range shot from the short corner, a dunker spot, whatever you want to call it, pinch post, is soft. And the flick of the wrist.
It's your first time as GM.
Absolutely. It's not her first rodeo, though. I mean, she was 3rd pick overall in the first WNBA draft and was actually the player who made the first assist in WNBA history to Penny Toller, who played her high school ball here in the district at H.D. Woodson. Taking you all back down memory lane with that one.
Here's Green. Kicks it to Engsler. Inside Cave. Cave got that to go. Tough bucket, a tough bucket.
She had to get that one up. And Jamila Weidman, I mean, she made some really great picks. All 5 picks in the draft and also the training camp. And she has said that explicitly, that she wants to have a great mix of players who remained on the roster.
Block there from Engsler. Melvin holding on to it, and they're gonna get a shot.
After her playing days, so a lot of DMV connections with all 3.
Engsler got by the defense and the finish.
Listen, Emily Engsler said this is the first time that I have started training camp in the WNBA for the same team for the 2nd consecutive season.
Pow extends it back to a 12-point lead.
Pow has done a tremendous job of getting herself downhill. She's been run off that 3-point line, but it doesn't matter, right? She's gonna find a way to score.
Melvin, now Engsler. 3 goes.
The Mystic alive, and you saw Kiki Iriafen coming alive in that 3rd quarter. So far here in the 4th, it's been all Emily Engsler from all 3 levels of the floor in terms of her ability to score it.
Loose ball on the ground. As Jones and Melvin will jump it up. This is the closest that it has been since it was
last year to this year. It's been very smooth for her. She was 4th overall pick to the Fever a couple seasons ago after a great career at Louisville.
3 things have to be done. 1, they have to get into their positions early on offense. 2, he wants to see them battle more on defense and get outside. And number 3, they have to communicate more and box out on the offense and defensive ends.
Here's Coffee.
I love that, Ariana, and you know, you've seen the defense make a huge difference for the Mystics here in the second half. Another steal.
Deflection there by Angsler, now running in transition. Shovel pass, Cave flips it up too strong as Pow Pow comes up with it.
Yeah, Cave just floated that up. I think she would have been better served just to shoot that over top and get the flick of the wrist going.
Coffee quiets the crowd here.
She is just so tough from outside. Coffee, but she scored over 2,000 points at Northwestern for Joe McEwen in the Big Ten. High ball screen action, pick and pop for Angsler.
Coffee with the rebound. Here's Jones attacking Cave. Help came from Angsler trying to get in there and take it away. Pow Pow. Coffee with the offensive board and finish, and they're gonna give her a foul.
Oh, it was a little bit late. Already shot it. You're out of position. You can't do anything to disrupt that shot at that point.
72-59 lead here for the Dream. Under 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Somebody needs to relocate on the same side. Area Finn was stranded on an island for a moment.
Green jumper doesn't go.
Huge Washington Mystics fan. I love it. Love that she's here.
Caldwell 3 off the mark. Sutton controlling the rebound. The Dream led by 20 at one point, and then the Mystics, a 15-2 run, cut it to 6, and then the Dream answered with a 6-0 run of their self, as we are currently still dealing with that one.
Yeah, and Lucy Olsen right there has turned it over, got too deep into the paint, tried to get a... Turnovers came in the first half for the Mystics, but they can ill afford those runouts. It's an 11-0 advantage for Atlanta, and see money on the other side of it.
Theory getting the free throw, extending this lead now 73-59 here, coming up on midway through the 4th quarter.
I love Washington's dribble handoff action, or DHO.
Olsen doesn't go. Rebound kept alive for Washington. Sutton, 8 on the shot clock. Works off the double screen. Goes to Iriafen, 2 seconds. Theory ties her up, and it will be a
presence. It takes a lot of pressure off Brittany Sykes, gets her off the basketball to free her up to score in different ways.
Off the jump ball, here's Caldwell. Pull-up jumper. Doesn't go. Parkdale with the rebound for Washington. Maria Gakdeng also into the ballgame for Atlanta. Inside, Iriafen.
What a dime, though, by Zay Green. Perfect time and place to drop that one in her hands.
Coffee with it. 8 on the shot clock for Atlanta. Gakdeng. Theory now, 4 seconds. Iriafen disrupts, 1 second. Pow Pow. Does not go. Practical with the rebound.
Really great gap discipline once again by the Washington Mystics. Iriafen clogged that space that Atlanta was trying to attack right there at the nail.
Sutton had a block, gets it back into the paint, gets the drop.
Break it, friends. Shug Sutton will not be denied. Got her shot to fall for the Mystics.
Caldwell 3 extends the lead back to 13.
They've just made some timely shots, and Washington just trying to stack possessions on the positive side.
Iriafen misses, but Prechtel got the rebound. Iriafen slow to get up, finally on her feet. Prechtel with it. Olsen works off of her. Olsen, 6 on the shot clock. Tried to go back to
a lot of growth And that's what you want, though, right? I mean, you want to see that growth. You want to see the learning curve. You want to see the aggression. And you've got to make mistakes to learn, so it's okay. And you have
Very young, too.
They are very young. And that's the same kind of with the Wizards, too, with Jordan Poole being 25.
Here's Gakdang in the paint, got that to go.
She just trickled that over the front of the rim. I thought it was pretty solid defense, a tougher bucket.
Rookie out of North Carolina. Here's Cave. Now Green.
Stay aggressive.
8 on the shot clock. Nice back cut from Prechtel. Nice find and finish.
Well, Prechtel looked like she pumped the brakes for a second, and I was like, she doesn't keep going. But Zay Green, great find and great awareness on that cut by Prechtel for the easy deuce in there.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Hillman lets the three go, does not go. Olsen pushing for Washington. Cave inside. Gets that to go.
She played, being relied upon to be a scoring producer for her team. And that's, I mean, I played 3 years overseas, and you have to score. She put her shoulder down and got in the mud and got that bucket.
6 on the shot clock. Hillman. 4 seconds. Theory. Pow, 1 second. And Prechtel comes up with the rebound.
Quality look here. Shook Sutton trying to get that drag screen.
Prechtel inside. Count the bucket and the finish. The lift and flick is the opposite of the bend and snap.
Bend and snap is when I get out of the car at the grocery
Do you get
store.
the movie reference?
Yes, but that was my back reference. I digress.
That's how I wake up in the morning. I got to bend and snap so that I can move. That's what happens over the age of 30. Nice finish there from Theory.
See if Shook Sutton can set the table once again. Trying for a double stagger off the weak side, trying to get Lucy Olsen free.
Green three doesn't go. Loose ball on the rebound, tracking it down. Mystics have fought their way back into this thing, and it really was done on the defensive end.
Absolutely. In the second half, I mean, Washington, they made their surge with their defense.
Jefferson doesn't get the layup on the attack and then is going to...
Well, I like that, right? You want to have an organizer on the court. And Flint as well.
Green trying to get inside. Pow. Jones attacking, and that'll do it.
It was a travel right there, but it's a moot point. But I thought the second half was solid by Washington in terms